Mental health matters more than you think, especially with our youth, as they learn how to build lasting relationships, communicate effectively, and adapt to change as they grow into adults. My next guest is preparing for his own journey in raising awareness for your own mental health. Grimsby resident Ryan Gallagher is here with me. Thank you for joining me here in our on location at Habitat for Humanity ReStore, right here in Grimsby.
Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
It really is. It's our first time out on location. And so you've got a really important story to tell. You had a devastating experience at 16 years old that changed your life forever. Can you share with us that story?
Yeah, so when I was 16, so actually September 21st, so it'll be 25 years ago as of September 21st, and that's when this whole thing will start, which we'll get into. My father passed away in front of me. He dropped, he had a heart attack. I gave him CPR and unfortunately was unable to bring him back. And that led me on a path of kind of burying my feelings, not dealing with my mental health. I turned to substance abuse to kind of battle through it. And now fast forward, next month I'll be 2 years sober. And I've started this 21 half marathons over 21 straight days to raise $21,000 for youth mental health.
Wow, and it's so important. This is actually June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So the timing of this is great. So through this tragedy, really your desire to ensure that young people don't have to struggle with their mental health alone is at the forefront of this, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest piece is helping youth understand that, and I think people in general, that you're not weak for sharing your feelings and struggling. You're actually stronger for doing so. And I didn't understand that when I was younger. And all the resources were probably out there, but not as aware of it as we are today. And that's kind of what this whole thing is about, is just making sure people understand that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to have bad days, but it's how you show up afterwards, and working through it is the main thing.
And it's so brave you're sharing with us, so thank you. Why don't you talk to us about your connection to Pathstone Mental Health as well?
Yeah, so Pathstone is a youth mental health service here in Niagara. They service youth 18 and under. And I got involved with them because when I decided that I was going to do this challenge, I wanted the money to go somewhere that would do some good for mental health. So I kind of searched in the area and found Pathstone. Yeah. They've been around for over 50 years, and they kind of have every aspect of mental health covered, whether it's walk-in clinics, they have hotlines that you can call, they have family-focused therapy, group sessions for youth and family, different workshops, your one-on-one therapy for youth, mentorship programs, and various things. Oh, they have animal therapy, right, the pet side of it. So they have everything, and I thought this is a great place to put the money. So when I called them and told them what I was going to do, they were obviously on board, and we connected, we hit it off right away, and the people are fantastic there. So
let's talk more about the actual journey. So September 21st, 21 for 21.
Yeah, so September 21st, we're keeping with the 21 theme.
Okay.
So 21 half marathons, which is 21 kilometers a day, over 21 straight days to raise $21,000. And that's the main goal. We're at $18,000 and I haven't even started the actual run.
Oh, wow, congratulations.
Yeah, it's massive. So this just took off when I decided to do it, and the community just jumped on board. I've got over 21 different local businesses sponsoring. I'm wearing a shirt a day with their logo on it. Mm-hmm. They've paid for me to wear their logo. That money goes to the donation page, and then I'll run routes with their employees around their businesses or whatever, and I'm inviting other people just to come out. Any distance you want, you don't have to do the full 21, you can walk, you can ride your bike. It's going to be big.
For this, what kind of preparation goes into that? I mean, I'm a runner, but I'm talking 5K at a time.
Yeah.
Not 21K over 21 days. So what are you doing to prepare for this?
Yeah, this is, so I had someone design a program for me. Mm-hmm. I'll start week 6 of it next week, and it's pretty much just time on my feet. So I'm up to 4 runs next week will be 18 kilometers each, and then a little run. So it started 60 kilometers, 70, 80, 90. Then I'll take a week off, and then I'll build back up, take a week off. So that was designed by a running coach that I'm with. The Toronto Raptors nutritionist is working with me. She found out what I was doing and jumped on board. So we're doing sessions every couple of weeks to see how much sweat I lose, like the science behind it, so I can properly hydrate and fuel. There's that, and then weekly massages and everything. And then on top of that, I'm a dad of 2, so that's the main thing. When I told my wife, this is what I want to do, when she didn't laugh at me and go, "You're insane," I was like, we're doing this, here we go. But the big thing is I have to be a dad first, right? Yeah. So everything will be structured around their life.
And how old are your kids?
I have a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old, both boys.
I have 2 boys as well.
Yeah.
It's a busy life.
Yeah.
So what do you do to teach your own children that, when your brain goes into that fight or flight mode, what are some things that we can do to get back to being balanced?
So for me, I did everything I think possible, and balance is kind of a funny word. It looks different for everybody,
Yes.
right? Balance and that fight or flight or survival mode is different for everybody, right? So I think just your day-to-day stuff, if it's just like you had a bad day, you sit down, maybe you put on Netflix, you go for a walk or whatever, and then I would, for me personally, I would do all the journaling, meditating, cold plunging, saunas. But until I actually did the true work, that whole balance piece never really existed, and that for me was talk therapy, and I used fitness as a tool. So that kind of works. All those little things work on a little level, but until you actually dive deeper into your own stuff, they don't really work. So to find that balance and get out of that fight or flight response, I definitely preach all of those things.
Yep.
But you got to sit in your feelings for a little bit and figure out why you're in that first.
Okay, one last thing. I'm going over time. How do people donate?
So you can find me we're using the Zephy platform.
Okay.
If you type in Ryan Runs 21, the donation page will be there. And you can follow along the journey on Instagram, Ryan Runs 21. And I post all my training and some kind of funny videos of me just running.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on all of this, and you're so brave for speaking out. It will make a difference, and we can't wait to have you back on
Yes.
to see how it goes and how much money you raise.
Let's do it.
Awesome. Thank
you.
you so much.
Good.